into another fantastic set, my friend.
Well, we're just about ready to do it. And like I said, I'm excited to see how this one goes because a lot of these matches are now to make it out of pools as well. I don't know which pool exactly this is, but I think that, look, at the end of the day, they're playing to make it out of pools. That means they're pretty darn good.
And this is a top 64 qualifier here in one of, we don't know if it's A, B, or C, or we don't know if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, but it is Wave D.
Wave D,
for those of you at home who are looking to follow along on the Start GG bracket. Okay, so it is D1, which production just gave us the word, which means we've got a couple qualifiers ahead of us yet, Kimono, but for now, we are going to get things started where it all began.
What did I tell you, Ritual?
Hey, I mean, you know what, Kimono, what can I say? You know your stuff.
Hey, PS2 make the best games, as Cody says. So you know
well,
what?
That's what everybody says.
And it's rather true. So we will go to PS2 for game number 1. Great stage for Greninja. You do have quite a few of those platform follow-ups. You can actually up smash on those platforms, but it doesn't even matter right now. IceKnight's the one getting off to the hot start, and he is cooling down Emdy with that just 10% taken after that first stock.
And what was huge about that was that he found the combo opener on Squirtle and then found the one read. There was only a single opportunity there for the switch to come out. And Squirtle, one of the lightest characters in the game, 70% is kill percent if you're playing this little water turtle. And while his combo game is insane as well, Kimona, it's just so hard to get too much started when the risk of a single forward air read is death.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, though, when you play Squirtle, not too many things have big risk attached to them. Obviously, you got those quick hitboxes, and it's one of the reasons why you want to play against Greninja. On top of that, he really struggles against short characters a lot of the times because he does often need to land on you to get a lot of his combo starters, and you can kind of boil it down to that dash attack. But I don't need to be talking about Squirtle right now. I need to be talking about the type advantage in the Ivysaur right now that we're going into. This will give you a much better zoning game, and of course, Charizard, the big bruiser. And we did see this be a little bit of trouble last time, and they're catching the air dodge. Just like we saw last time, a little bit of a 50-50, IceKnight picking it up. Yeah,
beautiful stuff, and you were talking about the type advantage of Ivysaur, but not the type disadvantage of Charizard. Or Greninja putting that on full advantage, finding that landing neutral air, or as you mentioned before, one of your 4 combo starters. You got that, drag down back air, or down tilt and dash attack. There's not a whole lot of mix that Greninja kind of gets in those combo starters at low percents. Beautiful high Vine Whip there as a get off me tool. This Ivysaur is moving, but one of the things that we haven't seen so far that might be huge is would be those drag down back airs with a Vine Whip.
I haven't seen that yet, though. I thought that we were going to see a combo into the Shadow Sneak, but I guess IceKnight did want to be mindful of the Emdy side B himself, the Flare Blitz, and Emdy will be able to take that first stock, but this is going to be a bit of a mountain to climb because IceKnight just got those first stocks done so quickly, and it's kind of hard to find those robbery moments with Pokemon Trainer. Looking for it, though, with Ivysaur. Love that extended edge guard.
Yeah, I did as well. That neutral air just covers so much space. Tried to find the coverage. You can get a Vine Whip after it if they cover it right. Not going to close it just yet. PS2 is a huge amount of space, but that time just holding on too long. Legend vulnerability went away. You had to pick an option, and the jump right into the down tilt was all she wrote.
Plenty of those confirms available to you at any moment with Greninja, and again, you kind of have to stick to those grounded confirms when you're talking about Squirtle, either setting up for those 50-50s or looking for things like the dash attack and the down tilt, because landing on Squirtle with that nair or even trying to just have a raw forward air, anything like that, not so effective against a character where you have to do it at a particular height every single time, because then your timing does start to get predictable. Nonetheless, though, IceKnight is the one looking excellent at the start of this game 1. Switching up to small battlefield this time, so a little bit less of that flat space that Greninja loves to play around. Maybe a little bit more vertical this time, and especially if you start getting to that Squirtle and that Ivysaur, you are going to be rolling as a PT.
I fundamentally agree with you, Cremona. The story so far has really been just how good IceKnight has been in neutral, right? The amount of pressure that you've been able to apply. This is really the first Squirtle combo we've seen all set, which is crazy because we're here in game number 2. Ooh, Emdy hasn't been able to get anything started with this first evolution of this PT, and it's so hard because you can't set up for the Ivysaur advantage states. You can't set up to play to your character's strength when you don't get to play the game when your feet are on the ground.
I do want to say, by the way, make a correction to that last set. You actually don't get the up smashes as easily on PS2. It's on small battlefield where you get them better because those platforms are indeed lower. And IceKnight definitely found it right there with the Squirtle escaping up there. So is playing with a lead. A very small one this time, though. That's about to be a lie, though. He has those combos ready.
Yeah, and trying to, I love that jump off back air, right? Trying to catch the tether, but not able to find its mark. Or there you saw Emdy looking for the quid combo, but not able to land it. And this is corner situation. The pressure from IceKnight just dancing like the water ninja, the Greninja is just, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You are ready and line up, send it out, and that fly is not at all effective here.
Greninja able to deal with that rather effectively after that Hydro Pump, pulling off that Charizard, getting some big stuff set up, and doing it again right here on the Squirtle. Didn't get the full drag down onto the platform where you would have had an easy tech chase, but still don't say no to 38 when you're up 3 stocks to 1. Again, absolutely rolling right now as IceKnight, who, I mean, not even doing anything crazy right now, right? Just playing some fundies, and Emdy says, yeah, probably not going to win this one, so let's just go next.
But also, I have to wonder, if you're Emdy and you literally just drift off into the blast zone, you don't even try to make it back in that situation. You're down 3 stocks to 1, sure, but we don't see the PT game 3, right? Like, there's no way in my head that you lock it back in, but I guess you do. Emdy knowing something we don't, opting for the mental reset, I guess. But
I mean, if that's the only character you play, then I think at the end of the day, you could just say, look, why bash my head against the wall here when I could just go game 3? I mean, at this point, you know, play to enjoy yourself, because I've been in this situation before. But hey, game 3, it's a new game, like you said, a mental reset. Do what you like, but IceKnight is still getting off to a hot start.
For sure, but you know you're going back to the same stage. You know you're going to play the same character. Why not at least try and get back? Take that last stock to just catch some habits, get some download, get some attention, and picking up, right? You're not doing that. You picked up right back where you left off, and the 0 to death to start things off is just absolutely brutal. IceKnight on a tear.
I don't have an answer for you to that, Ritual, but I can say that IceKnight's still playing excellent, and Emdy, again, it's never over until it's over, but yeah, some big changes do need to happen, and I think just getting a little bit tilted going into this game 2 and this game 3, right, because a lot of holding forward, a lot of times where IceKnight's just kind of dancing outside of the threat zone and then getting some big things started. Fly does bail out Emdy from a bad situation with that armor, but still does need to find a way to get something big started. Playing on that grounded game, IceKnight still looking solid.
And we saw the rare parry come out from Greninja. This is a character without a great out of shield, finding the edge guard once again, right? So sometimes when you just don't, Greninja relies on the movement a lot. Emdy very much not expecting a shield or parry there, and it just allowed that advantage to end in the stock. You have a chance to find one here with Ivysaur going for the nair, and the drift out from IceKnight was brilliant. Finding a crazy route back to stage, stretching all those resources to their limit and dancing around this Ivysaur. It doesn't matter how much range you have, because this Greninja just is untouchable.
And even sniping out with that back air as well. Do it one more time. So hard to maneuver around those multi-hits. Look at this. IceKnight, again, I have to respect just the absolute champion mindset consistency, saying I'm up by so much, but I'm still going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you have shown me some skill in this game. Does take that first stock, but not going for the crazy stuff, just saying I'm going to stick to the fundies.
I'm going to say it, though. There wasn't even a kill flash, right? That DI was not on point on that part, though. IceKnight said, yeah, sure, have this one, right? I'm still up 2 stocks, though, so that dying in that fashion is a little bit of a vote of confidence in himself. Is saying, okay, sure, I'm up 3 stocks. You want to give me the throw? Whatever. I got to come back, reset my range, my confirms work a little bit better, and then I got to come down with the iframes and just put you in another pressure.